If you know these two people at the top, you likely know this woman in the middle. Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love were so obsessed with her that they made sure she was never forgotten. I'm Mel Z. I talk about death, true crime, and weird pop culture stuff, so if you're a weirdo too, follow me. Frances Farmer was born in Seattle in 1913 and was a huge star in the 30s and 40s. She was known as a troublemaker because she would often get into fights with executives and directors because she didn't like the way that Hollywood treated its stars and especially its women. In 1942, she was arrested for driving with her high beams on and was also suspected of being drunk. By 1943, she faced multiple charges, including assault and disorderly conduct. She was allegedly seen running down Sunset Boulevard topless after getting into a fight at a bar. She was also said to have assaulted multiple people that she worked with, including a hairdresser who pressed charges after she broke her jaw. At one court appearance, she said, quote, "I put liquor in my milk, in my coffee, and in my orange juice." She also admitted to regularly drinking Benzedrine, which is basically speed. She was actually carried out after assaulting a few cops, and as they were carrying her away, she yelled out, "Have you never had a broken heart?" In 1942, her family sold her house from under her. When she arrived home, there was a strange family living in her house and all of her stuff was gone. Soon after, they committed her to an institution. Her mother got legal guardianship of her and she stayed in this institution until 1950. Inside, she was mistreated, including SA, ice baths, shock treatments, and all the old-timey institution abuses you can imagine. When she was released in 1950, she fought to have guardianship removed from her mother and won. In the 1950s, she was mostly well. She hosted her own TV show for a while and had a few acting gigs. In 1970, she was diagnosed with esophageal cancer and died soon after. Before she died, she'd been writing her autobiography, but only got about halfway through. Her friend ended up finishing it after she died, though later she admitted that she embellished a lot of it. Frances Farmer became a kind of mirror for Kurt and Courtney. For Kurt, she represented what happens when the world thinks you're too much. He wrote Frances Farmer will have her revenge on Seattle as a sort of warning and a tribute, a way to give her the justice that she never got. For Courtney, Frances was the original difficult woman, punished for being loud, emotional, and difficult to control. At their wedding, Courtney wore a dress that had previously been owned by Frances Farmer. Contrary to what a lot of people believe, they didn't name their daughter Frances Bean after her, but they did carry her story like a prophecy, a reminder of how easily the world destroys the artists that it claims to love.